Certain places in Europe are not even recognizable, frankly, anymore. They're not recognizable. I don't recognize it. They're not recognizable. I don't recognize it.
Our children will grow up with no memory of it ever being any different. Judge ordered jury not to be told that Pakistani national who raped a teenage girl in a park was an asylum seeker. Seeking asylum from a country that hasn't been involved in a major war for 50 years. Guess the nationality of the judge. And it's Pakistani. Culprit arrived on the back of a lorry and was staying in a migrant hotel.
Refugees are welcome here!
Alright, who's got the sign?
See everyone. The guys didn't go out on the buses.
Terrified mothers are having their daughters stalked and harassed by migrant men outside these refugee centres.
3 months ago, I've had to pull her away. Out of the
Your 4-year-old?
My 4-year-old just stood in the middle of the brain sheet, and the guy come around with his camera and put it directly right up to her. I've had to grab her and tell him to go.
I've got an 18-year-old daughter, and she gets the bus opposite the camp.
Do you feel safe for her?
No, so that will have to stop.
But according to the Green Party's Zach Polanski, these frightened mums are worrying about the wrong people.
They will try and divide and distract us. They will say that a threat is on a small boat or a dinghy. But we know the real threat is flying above our heads in private jets.
Yeah, because when a concerned mother sees hundreds of random foreign men suddenly pop up in her town, who then start brazenly predating on her daughters, she surely thinks to herself, damn those rich people in private jets.
Flying above the food banks, flying above people who are homeless, flying above the climate crisis.
So just remember to tell your teenage daughter that if she's about to enter a dark alleyway on her own with rapey McStabface walking towards her, it's the billionaires who she should really be scared of.
Asian boys coming up to me and saying, I'm going to rape you, and if you don't go with me, I'm going to punch you in the face with a knuckle duster.
Bloody billionaires.
Do you think this is acceptable to lie in a park like this where there's kids are? No clothes on, lying in a park like this.
But, doctor...
No, you shouldn't be lying in a park where kids are like this.
Bloody billionaires. Bloody billionaires. That's in Spain, where Socialist Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez had an ingenious idea to fix the country's illegal immigration problem. Just legalise all the illegals. Literally 500,000 of them minimum, maybe 800,000. Now anyone who entered Spain illegally before December 31st will be rewarded with a residency permit, allowing them to cross into any other EU country at will.
This is insane. Tomorrow in Spain, they are going to pass a law directly without going through Congress that basically says that if you've been in Spain for 5 months or more illegally, you're going to get a residency, you're going to get a work visa up to 1 year, and any type of deportation trial you were on is going to be stopped. You heard right, they are going to regularize every type of illegal migrant that's currently in Spain. they are so desperate for votes because the Spanish people are so fed up with their bullshit that now they just need to make everyone legal so they keep voting for them. We are so cooked.
Because Sanchez couldn't get such an insane measure approved by Parliament, democratically, he just imposed it anyway via royal decree. Vox leader Santiago Abascal pointed out that this is all just a giant scam to secure potentially millions of future votes for leftist parties.
Como su propio pueblo lo increpa, ha decidido que hay que sustituir al pueblo. Que se vayan los españoles y vamos a empezar a traer gente de otros lugares. Los regularizan a marchas forzadas, con el apoyo del PP que votó en el Parlamento a favor de regularizar a 500.000 de ilegales. Después los quieren nacionalizar a toda pastilla también, aunque no sepan ni papa de español, ni se identifiquen con nuestra cultura, ni conozcan nuestra historia, ni tengan ninguna voluntad de integrarse. Les regalan la nacionalidad, ven alguna ayuda social para que se mantengan contentos y ya están listos para votar al Partido Socialista y a Pedro Sánchez, que quiere cambiar al pueblo español por otro pueblo. Esa es la realidad. No hay nada más detrás. A veces nos preguntan por el fraude electoral. El fraude electoral es ese. Es abandonar a tu propio pueblo y sustituirlo.
Different country, same play.
So what is the end goal? Why are they allowing it? They want to change the demographics of the United States. They really do. Because, no, honestly, the people from Nebraska, like my family's like Americans that have, my family's been in the United States for 400 years. Traditional standard Americans are not leftists. Latin Americans all leftists. And it's just, it literally is. It's just to try to change that demographic.
Surely they'd never do that. Would they?
New York City in 1950 was 90% white. 71 million New Yorkers out of 7.9 million were white. Chicago in 1950 was 86% white. Philadelphia, over 80%. Los Angeles, 94% white. 94% white. That's almost an ethno-state, actually, at that point. Detroit, Michigan, home of Ford, GM, and Chrysler, 84% white. Baltimore, steel and shipping capital of the Mid-Atlantic, 76% white. That was 1950. You know people who were alive in 1950. Maybe you were. Here are the numbers today. Baltimore, 27% white. Detroit, about 10% white, down from 84. Los Angeles, again, 94%, about 37% white now. Philadelphia, 36%. Chicago, less than 30%. And New York City, again, the biggest city in the country, is now around 30% white, down from 90% in 1950.
Why is barely anyone talking about these hidden performance experiments connected to the US military? Just hear what Tony Robbins had to say about it.
These sirtuins have a fuel that you've probably heard of called NAD. So NAD is wonderful, but NAD is a size molecule that, as you probably know, needs a precursor called NMN to actually get into the body. For 2 years, top secret, they have been working with our military, with our special forces. And about a month and a half ago in Boston, the commander got so excited, he slipped the beans. And it was just in the Daily Mail last week as well. He didn't tell all of it, and I know more because I'm invested in the company, and I can't tell you the exact things, but I can tell you what has been reported. What's been reported is the commander said, these are the strongest humans alive, both men and women in the special forces, the most fit people, right? Endurance has exploded, he said, very much like the mice. He said, secondly, muscle development has completely changed from the same stimulus, like the same workout, they're getting more muscle. And then thirdly, the most important thing for them is cognition has gone through the roof, because when you're exhausted and you're out there in special forces, the ability to use your head is more valuable than your body.
David Sinclair's team tested NMN on mice, and in just 14 days they were running 200 to 300% faster than even the strongest and youngest ones. For over 2 years, this compound has been studied in military-linked performance and resilience programs, with human results mirroring the animal data. Tony's not hyping. He's talking about restoring mitochondrial function, so your cells produce and manage energy efficiently again. Here's the misleading part. NAD levels are high when you're young, but by 40 they've halved, a key trigger of aging. And it's silent, no pain, no warning. Energy fades first, then recovery. Then your body just doesn't respond like before. Many think taking NAD directly works for energy or anti-aging. It doesn't. Listen to Gary Brecker, a human biologist with 20 plus years of experience.
You know, NAD, it's actually not NAD, it's NAD+, and that little positive is the reduced form of NAD, which means that charge can't really pass through first pass metabolism. You can't just drop NAD into the stomach, it will just immediately dissociate.
Your body uses NMN, the natural precursor it converts to NAD. Restoring NAD slows the cellular breakdown most call normal aging. Stiffness, slow recovery, feeling like your body's against you. That's why I look like this at 43. It's early intervention, not just genetics. Europe banned it in 2022, not because it's dangerous, but because it works too well. Big Pharma's building a $3,000 version so they can block the affordable one. A Harvard trial showed 1,000 milligrams of NMN daily safely doubled NAD levels, while cutting fat mass, cholesterol and blood pressure. This is what I take. Black Forest NMN, GMO-free, US-made, third-party tested, with bioperine for 30% better absorption, and the exact Harvard dosage. Downside, it sells out fast and restocks slowly. The real winners aren't chasing youth. They're refusing to let the silent decline take over. Black Forest's New Year, New Me deal is live. Buy one, get one free on their top NMN, but it's only for 48 hours and then it's gone. And it's crucial that you use my specific link, which is down below. This is a channel exclusive offer, so don't miss out.
They can't stand what London represents. A city that's diverse, that's progressive, and thriving.
When the diversity's such a strength, different mobs of migrants routinely fight each other on the streets of London over ethnic conflicts thousands of miles away. Same thing in Manchester. 540 illegal migrant men were dumped on the town of Crowborough in the middle of the night at an army barracks a stone's throw from a primary school.
Here they are, look. Off out for the day.
I think they're bringing more out. I'm not blocking the road, look. I'm not blocking the entrance. You can see.
What are we hiding from, guys?
Just standing here with the camera.
What are we hiding from?
The new arrivals are already following women around supermarkets, harassing them, and breaking out of the army camp in the middle of the night and disappearing. What could possibly go wrong?
Sir first.
Yeah. How do you plan to meet the sexual needs of 600 men?
Andrew, did you hear the question?
The illegals are even sharing a bus stop with the school kids.
That is a risk. There's a bus stop right outside the camp. It's used by the local school children to get to school in Uckfield. So people have to potentially make changes to the way they do things.
Protests have been ongoing for months. With some of those who merely attend the demonstrations getting home visits from the police.
Recently.
Okay, yeah.
It's just to see, curious to see any more planned upcoming future and if we can assist in any way at all.
Or they just want to assist the protesters.
Have you got any more coming up?
I haven't planned any protests. I attend protests.
Are you attending any more?
Yeah, I will be. You
will be. Do you mind if I ask where?
Yeah, I do mind.
It's purely so we know if we can assist anyway if they do occur.
It's just a friendly home visit to make sure you know you've been identified and are now under friendly home surveillance.
Who gave you my details? Where have you got me from? Right. So has someone raised concerns about me?
Not entirely. It's purely so we are aware of the events.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Okay.
But also we like to make sure that they go smoothly with no issues.
Still, I guess it was a more friendly visit than the protesters against migrant hotels in Essex are getting from the migrants. Some police visits are friendlier than others.
Alright, so I'm here with the beautiful police officer. What's your name?
PC Goldman.
So we're at Cloud City, Leytonstone right now. Have you been there before?
I have.
Yeah? What do you think of the store?
It's good. It's nice.
Yeah?
Get a nice little discount.
Get a nice little discount at the diverse vape shop. What the fuck's happened to our police? British bobbies then.
Constable Edwards joined the police force when he left the army and has now served in the police for more than 6 years. He will be patrolling his area. It's called a beat, maintaining law and order.
British bobbies now.
What's your favourite flavour?
Pineapple ice.
And if you had to describe you as a flavour, what would it be?
I don't really know. I only have pineapple ice.
Then?
At 1:45, He parades with the other policemen who are on duty at the same time. Each of them is given his orders for the day.
Now,
It's a good shop. It's a good shop. Always got customers. Like all of us here that work in the police, we're always coming down here.
once feared by criminals and respected by the public for actually keeping the crime down, now tell you they don't have the resources to respond to burglaries, but plenty of time for cutting promos for the local ethnic vape shop.
Listen, we're going to give the little police officer a little free slashy, cool her down a bit, you get me?
The rot really has set in at every level.
Yeah, the UK. So we're really seeing a lot of mixed, racially diverse classes. However, the curriculum, the system that we see reflects a certain type of person, and that is white, cis, straight. Everybody else is deemed as other. They are outside of that. And actually the centering of what the children and the young people are learning, the people they're learning about, the history that they're learning, the representation, the role models is still very much rooted in whiteness.
Yeah, because God forbid a demographically white country learn about its white historical figures from the same people who'll tell you with a straight face that Stonehenge was built by black people.
A city that's diverse, that's progressive, and thriving.
That's interesting because the only thing that seems to be progressive and thriving is the rat population as a result of the piles of rubbish suddenly appearing everywhere.
Welcome to Digbeth in Birmingham. Can you imagine living anywhere near this?
Seems you can't keep Britain tidy while making it increasingly diverse. But don't worry, there's always the countryside. The fatigue is real. Meanwhile, in Paris, Moroccans ran riot once again. Polls show that anti-mass migration sentiment is even higher in young French people aged 18 to 24 than in older people. Whatever gave them that idea?
Je vais tellement te déserter la tête la prochaine fois. Je vais tellement te faire du mal. Tu vas tellement souffrir, tu vas pouvoir fermer ta bouche. Voilà, tu vas plus rigoler.
Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, sex crimes have nearly doubled in a decade, and 50% think the Netherlands is losing its cultural uniqueness due to migration and globalization, while fear of crime is on the rise. What gave them that idea?
Deze man wordt verdacht van 2 branden. 1 op Amsterdam Centraal. En 1 in de trein van Utrecht Centraal naar Amsterdam Centraal.
Meanwhile, in Germany, 50% of Germans say migration is the country's biggest problem. Whatever gave them that idea?
Außerdem hat die Therme extra einen Sicherheitsdienst engagiert und Gruppen von mehr als 3 Personen müssen sich 2 Tage vorher anmelden. Ausgenommen sind Familien mit Kindern.
Natürlich ist das extrem bedauerlich, kostet natürlich auch einen Haufen Geld, aber andererseits einfach auch notwendig. Es sind vielleicht auch Männergruppen, die aus ihrer Kultur oder aus ihren Heimatländern, wo es vielleicht nicht Bäder gibt oder Saunen, wo man nackt...
When Angela Merkel imported over 1 million refugees into Germany from 2015 onwards, when it came to actually integrating them in society, she proudly asserted, "We can do it." Yeah, let's check in on how that's working out.
بس مين اللي قال لك البلد دي بلد كفر؟ هي بلد كفر، من اغلبيتهم ما لهم مسلمين غير العرب والغير معنا. طب ما هم ازاي كفروا وهم استقبلونا ودخلونا؟ هن مجبورين بينا هن اللي خربونا.
Paralysed by pathological pity. An entire continent trapped in the death spiral of suicidal empathy. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.